Evening, everyone. Oh, it's evening for me. I don't know about you. I was considering sticking with Doom, but tonight I think I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Well, different to every other time. I'm gonna play Biomenace, which is it's one of the games from the era of Apogee shareware stuff, which I remember enjoying reasonably well. It was kind of silly, as all of those games are. I may need to tinker with audio levels, so I won't full screen just yet. Let's start with the start, shall we? Let me know if the volume needs to go up or down, but I think that should probably do. Open order info, yeah. No. I feel like most of these games of this era, there's not really any reason to do it on harder difficulty. I'll just... Fine, normal. How about normal? God, I have to remember the controls. It's not exactly a complicated game. I have some amount of nostalgia for a lot of the games of this era. Even though they're all kind of weird. There's a lift here, maybe you have to activate it from a different spot. I kinda like the music in this game. Straight up the 100 coins thing. That didn't work. Oh wait, it did work. I feel like all of these games are kind of weird, and this one only gets weirder as it goes on. Did I pick normal? I picked normal, didn't I? As far as I can tell, that basically just changes how much life you have, your max life. And I think when you don't have any ammo for the automatic fire, you just do a little burst, and that burst does more or less damage. Not more or less damage, it goes for shorter length of time on higher difficulties. I only have one life left, maybe I should be careful. Okay, that was useless. Can I convince you guys to bugger off? If I go through here. Nope, that didn't work. Do I risk it? No, I shouldn't risk it. It's not gonna be a very good showing if I just get myself killed. Guess it doesn't have the range I was looking for. I just want to shoot things from off screen, but I don't think that you can actually do that. Nope, out of keys. I happen to know there's a secret here. I always found that kind of useless, but here we go. it's just not as flexible as the straight up machine gun. That would activate that lift over the way. Why are there any doors in this thing that need crystal shards to open? What kind of a city is this? Yes, thank you. NPC explaining the game mechanics. Every now and then this music gets stuck in my head, I don't know why. That's just a general rule with me, I guess. Super gun. That's what they call it on the force. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what the plot of this game is, I suppose. I mean, they were never particularly complex. Probably just someone bad trying to take stuff over. That seems to be a common theme. I think it has a very similar plot to the original Duke Nukem. More or less the same, except that game is worse. How do I get through there? Oh right, there's the switch here. Games in general, not great for my tendency to try and get stuff constantly. But I think I'll find myself willing to leave some things be, maybe. These things that you can only shoot when they're not moving. Either grenades or more powerful weapons to kill those things before they kill themselves, that is. It's not a, like I said, not a very terribly complicated game. I don't think it's terrible. God only knows how we had any of these games. Oh, that's the best situation to be in. Did that thing get killed? It did. Pretty sure there's a secret in one of those walls somewhere. This game basically does everything that the original Duke Nukem did, except more interestingly. I'm not gonna lie, I am biased against that game. Because it's bad. I don't know the exact time frames, but I feel like the influences of Commander Keen are much more apparent here. Oh, you garbage. I only have so many lives, I probably shouldn't do that too much. I wouldn't say this game is hard, but I probably shouldn't be too lax. I don't even know why I decided, like, I think I played through Duke Nukem last year. What compelled me to do that? It's not a good game to play in 2019. I'm sure it's no better in 2020. I'm not familiar with Dangerous Dave. Honestly, there's a little bit of Monster Bash in there as well. One of those things basically helps you shoot until you get hit. In my experience means that you lose it almost instantly. There's one-ups coming. Probably need them. You know there's a secret somewhere. That worked. I kinda like some of the enemy designs in this game. I don't think I can... Ow! I think grenades work on those things. That's right, Dr. Mangle. A generic bad person, I think. I'm gonna dust that little dweeb. I know there are secret levels, but I don't remember the conditions or seeing them. My best plan. What's with snakes spitting stuff? When did that become a thing? Spelunky has spitting snakes as well. Is that a thing some snakes do? I don't have any grenades. Guess it takes all your stuff between levels. Oh, that's it. That's it. Guess we'll see a secret level at the end of the level. Have I got a good use for this? I always like it when games have checkpoints that make no goddamn sense. Like, I mean, obviously it don't make any sense. But tried to justify within universe, but don't actually do the work of giving it any real logic. Vulnerability from lasts out. Holds out, that's the word I'm looking for. There's the exit. This level's not very good. I'll be honest, I don't mind. It could well be intentional. Constantly in danger of falling into things. This level's just climbing through trees and it's not very good. This is well worth getting up there. There's a health I could have used earlier. Yep. Yeah, it's difficult to write video games. Is that thing gone? Better be. So it's got these little fascinating cutscenes before the secret levels. S-N-A-K-E. I think that's the name of the character. Also, if I remember correctly, some of the secret levels in the later ones are just like actually fucked. Straight up more difficult than some of the levels. You shouldn't be able to die in a secret level. Yet this game is entirely possible. Maybe we should just do this like an Apogee tour and parlay into some other Apogee games. I probably won't. I don't think we need to spend too much more time with this. I think you can't shoot those. This is all vague memory. I don't know this game that well, but snippets are coming through. Which I did have a key for it. Yeah, how about we just tour some Apogee? Snake. DOS box. Should have my list there. That's my super secret list of other games I can play. Let's go to Monster Bash. Unless there's any particular requests. I think I bought the collection, like that. I don't know what it called it on Steam. It probably called it 3D Realms Collection because they've changed their name a bunch of times, but yeah, I think I got a collection of all those games and they're all on here, but I only like so many of them. Such as this one. At least I remember liking this. I haven't played this in a while. God, remember shareware? I don't think... Pretty sure most of these games I ever played growing up was just the shareware stuff. Some of the music in this game too. Easy. I also don't remember the plot of this thing, but apparently you gotta free all the pets to to finish the level. Right, And the different sound options. Right. Everything hurts you, pretty much. Including those things. Ow. And those hands.
Cool.
Zombies lose their heads.
Awesome.
And then sound samples. I wonder if they can change those in the fly. What would this be? PC speaker, I guess? Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe I picked the wrong one. That's right. I think these were the sounds I was more familiar with. There's something to both of them. There's some of this stuff in this game where you've got to really line up really quite precise shots. God, they liked doing the secret stuff, didn't they? Running behind the foreground. Like half the games they had did that. I could see a case being made for the other sounds being technically better, but it seems more designed. I'm not being very careful, and maybe that's a mistake. I probably should have updated the stream too, shouldn't I? Alt-Enter. Update this as I go, huh? Monster Bash. No, not Monster Buck. There we go. I like some of the music in this game. Not so much this one, but some of the other levels. Lucky there's no fall damage. Remember if there was looking up and down? Yes, there is. I don't want to get hit. There we go. Just, I don't know. It's a thing you could play today and probably have a decent time. Whether you could be doing better things with your time is a different argument. Then that's generally true. Get a bonus for hitting all the skulls and collecting everything. I'm not really... I don't care enough to do that. It's not worth my time here. Speaking of my time not being worth anything. This fucking ladder. You know, game design. Level design, rather. There we go. Oh. These fucking knife throwing things are basically invisible until you're getting hit by them, and I hate it. So this just goes up. There's stuff up there, but none of it's worth it. Unless I care about points, which I really, really don't. This music I quite like. I'm not gonna lie, I found a MIDI and like relatively recently found a MIDI of this, and I have sheet music for this music now. And it actually sounds okay. I don't know how visible it is on stream, but these slightly lighter eyes, they're bad if you touch them. Because they're snakes. You know. As you'd expect. I'll be very careful about it. The thing is, these levels can get really quite long if you're trying to get everything. Even if you're not trying to get everything, they can be. Like, you know, the first levels are whatever, but you can get pretty in-depth. I wonder if I've got I imagine the saves probably are by level. There's a particular spot in the game that I wouldn't mind showing off, but it's right near the end, and I'm certainly not going to go through a full level to get to that. I'm supposed to get up there without angering a snake. It's very easy to waste the more powerful ammo, and it feels real good. I'm really not putting that much effort in, am I? I could, but it's only points. That's all you get. Because, you know, it was that age. Come on, you bastard. Still didn't go well for me. I mean, it gives the game some purpose, right? Am I not done yet? I thought I'd be done by now. I guess there's one up there as well. This level gets, like, if you follow this around all the way, there's really quite a lot more to this level that you absolutely don't need to experience. Because this just keeps going. Nope. Oh, what if I do that? Whatever, trust me, it keeps going. What else? What else? I guess I'll save. There's probably already got a save on there. Who knows? What else? I could do Cosmo, but I feel like that's a much slower game than these other ones. I'm not saying these other ones are like speed demons, but I mean, I'd rather not. It didn't seem that interesting the one time I played it years ago. How about where is it? Okay, I'll just search for it. This game's weird and not. They are somewhat categorized. I just forgot what category this one was in. Yeah. Plot. Who cares? This game's not terrible, but it probably doesn't hold up as well as my memory is telling me. Also, the other game on my list is basically identical in a weird way. The clear goal of this is to collect all the gems, well, crystals, if you will. And I'm absolutely not going to bother with anything else because it's one of those games and I refuse to bow down to its level on stream. You also only have limited shots, so you can just wind up being in a fucked situation. Like if you waste your ammo like I'm doing here. Also, you can only get hit 3 times, like, in a level at all, or you die. And then if you die, you have to restart the whole thing. Because that's fun. And does make some levels completely frustrating. I'm probably not going to do much of this. Just the gist. If you shoot these things, you just die. Like, immediately. Which I would do, except I wanted to finish the level. That activates that lift over there. It's not a cave, but it takes place in a cave. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Well, thank you. Anyway, that's the end of the level. You just die. And, let's see. Yeah. And then you go out to this hub level, and basically you've just got to do all of them until the game ends. Or at least each episode, because it's one of those shareware things like all of these are. It is weird, but it's not. I don't know. It probably is bad. I'm probably lying to myself. I think it is actually bad. And here I should. I mean, I can't look at the release dates on Steam because they're going to be more or less the same, but I assume this one probably came later, but it is awfully similar. Like, a lot. Both of these games are just sort of entire references unto themselves. I don't know why I'm grey. Also, this game has a weird tendency of just, like, everything can kill you really easily. I don't know why the enemies straight up transform while they take damage. It really is the same game. Oh, right, I don't have a... Where do I use this key? Oh, right, this is good level design. I have not played Paganitsu, but I think it's in my library from the same bundle that all this other stuff is from. Use red key. I've got the disc, so I can use the disc to go to the computer and turn off that laser. The invisible platforms. It's just a statement. I can see invisible platforms. The glasses were just a coincidence. Also, I've been taking damage and I'm one hit away from death. Just so you know. Because, like, these games do a lot of the spikes that are difficult to see and just come up under the ground. You collect the letters SPY in the correct order, spelling spy, just in case that wasn't obvious. You know, this game's entire theme and entire identity. I don't know why there's like a knight that shoots at you with a gun. That's weird, right? That secret agent. Just that sort of a thing, but a bunch of times. Just like the other game. Ow. Won't spend any time here either, I think. Unfortunately, those are the four ones of those that I had on my list. Which I've realised in the course of playing them, there really isn't any point in spending any more time than that with them. So, I think to cap off, maybe I'll spend a bit of time doing Spelunky? How about Spelunky? I feel like some Spelunky. I'm sure this would hold up on my computer. No, I'm not playing Skyrim. What am I going to do in Skyrim? This just isn't going to let me full screen like that, is it? I mean, because I played it before, it's going to skip any of the intro stuff, but... Fix. Full screen. Better resolution. Thank you. Is it gonna actually update that? How about it restart it? It's also probably gonna use your controller because I've got one plugged in. I'm gonna unplug that because that's not how I play that. Oh good, my microphone is still working. Just gonna change the levels slightly. I've got my controller and my microphone plugged into the same USB hub, and I don't think I'd like to unplugging the controller. Let's just get straight into it. It's a roguelike. There's the volume. Maybe I need to up the volume a little bit. I normally play with the audio fairly well down, just so I can watch other stuff while I play, but in the interest of this. Oh, cool. Right, the graphics didn't take, did it? I wasn't even thinking about that. I thought, I'll restart this and it'll be fine. What are these numbers? What kind of numbers are those? Oh, is that it doing things? Alt Enter does not work. Can't say I've had these kinds of issues with this before. Oh, there's a apply screen setting button that I have not pressed. That's probably the problem. Maybe I should press that. There we go. This is one of those games where you're pretty much holding run all the time unless you need precision. Most of it should be fairly self-explanatory. Sometimes those piles of bones are skeletons, like that one. It's basically a good idea to avoid any damage whenever you can, because often you need the life. Because you're bound to get hit by something sooner or later. Spider might fall on me. It was a rather uneventful level, as this game goes. Bombs are always good. I can't afford most of these, but I'd like them. I could piss off the shopkeeper, that's always fun. Maiden that you just carry around? I think you can destroy pretty much everything, and if you couldn't, it's fairly... Actually, I think you can destroy pretty much everything, except for, you know, those outer walls. Yeah, if you rescue the maiden, you get one extra bit of life, which is often handy, as you can imagine. I would like to kill you if I can. Spiky boots. That lets me jump on things better. It's a big old pit. And I don't have any way of setting off that trap just there. You really don't want to get hit by the arrows. I just said that and then wasn't paying attention and got hit by an arrow. Just, you know, uncover. Well, up down here, I happen to know that at the bottom of these pits, there's one of these hidden in them. And I would like to be able to break stuff. Yes, if you're so inclined, pretty much anyone friendly, you can do more or less anything you do to enemies to friendly people. Like this shopkeeper here, or the maidens, or other players if you're playing with other people. This would be handy. It basically turns your bombs into sticky bombs. I killed a giant spider before. They drop paste. Why didn't I pick that up? Oh well. No matter. Imagine the concept of jumping on a bat. Like, the logistics of that are quite... That works out in my favour. That sort of worked out in my favour. It wasn't necessary, but it was fun. Ow. I probably could have used that to get out without needing another rope, but here we are. Because I've got a key, somewhere on this level there's going to be a chest that needs it to unlock. That would be that one there. There's also this, but if I pick this up, Indiana Jones style, a giant boulder. That's just... What could happen? Oh, well, I could fuck up the altar over there. That's not ideal, but I'll take it. I think it really isn't worth it when that's the trap you have to deal with. Shopkeepers also really don't like it if a boulder comes smashing through their shop. You really want to avoid pissing off shopkeepers when you can in this game. You can, if you put dead or unconscious bodies onto the altar, you can sacrifice them, which has certain benefits. Similarly, if you destroy the altars, there are certain penalties, consequences to doing so. If you destroy one, you didn't really get a good look at it, but a bunch of spiders pop out of it, and that's not really so bad, but... Mana. I think a big thing, the appeal of this game is, like, obviously it's not so much of a thing here because I've already seen it all, but you have this journal which pretty much fills out as you see, well, places, monsters, items, and traps. And the discovery is a big part of this game. For instance, there's a secret level that I can get to right here. Because this giant worm eats maidens. And if you happen to be there at the time... Ow. Right, I can't break those. I haven't come into this place in quite some time. the maidens aren't explicitly for rescuing. It's not a bad idea, but you don't have to. I can't even get down here. Oh, that was a great use of me getting down there. There's a lot of stuff, and I don't really have enough life for it. In fact, I would go so far as to say this is kind of a bad scene. Monkey down here as well. The monkeys are assholes. I don't want to get hit again. Not if I can avoid it. This knife up here replaces your whip with this, and that's unique in that I think you can pretty much... Fuck! The end of that sentence was supposed to be kill anything in one hit with that. Within reason. Oh yeah, and then you take it from the top when you die. Because it's one of those games. It's roguelikes for you. I don't know, I enjoy Spelunky. Playing it from fresh is the best way to experience it, I think. I somehow bumped into it before seeing anyone else play it. Maybe occasionally my brother, but that's limited exposure. You can get through these first levels fairly quickly, provided you don't do anything too stupid. Especially if you're just holding down sprint the entire time. Yeah, you, go somewhere safe. Somewhere over there, I assume. If I lure you over... Oh, come on. Work with me here. I'm right to the edge of the store. Without me taking it out, because then he'll accuse me of being a thief. And if I plant a bomb here, as long as I don't plant the bomb in the store, I don't mind. Fortunately, that has more ramifications than is obvious there. That's just an easy way to get rid of the first one. But, that's more than one shopkeeper. Fortunately, the shotgun is a very flexible weapon. See if I can find something for that altar. I just stepped onto that snake. Rude more than anything else. Oh. Yes. Yes, they will. Apart from moving really quick and jumping all over the place, making them basically impossible to hit, they also have shotguns, which can make rather quick work of you if they get you. Also, they're hard to kill. Can I get you out of there without you murdering the maiden? And without you murdering me? I'm guessing the answer is no, but... if I... that's not going to go the way I wanted it to. This is going to go one way or the other. Well, I shot the maiden. Oh well. It's not quite what I wanted. As far as I know... As far as I know, every shopkeeper in the game will hate me from now on. And also there's a shopkeeper waiting for you at the end of every level. There's usually pretty good stuff in those. I don't know what that's supposed to be, he's just trapped in there with some chests, but usually pretty good stuff in there. One of the first lessons you learn in this game is that sometimes those pots have spiders and stuff in them, so if you break them while you're standing on top of them, that's bad for you. It's just one of those things that you have to learn to get out of the habit of doing if you want to actually have a good chance of getting far. And nearly every run will teach you something. Probably shouldn't push that all the way over. Also, the spikes are deadly. Like, regardless of how much life you have, they will kill you. Like Mega Man. Oh, I did not cover myself the way I wanted to. Whew. I can remain over them. Also, to answer your question, no, the altar can't revive her. Quite the opposite, actually. I always found the jungle to be a real wall. Just the structure of this place and the traps therein are that much more difficult than the mines. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. This thing's more or less useless. It's not like it has no use, but it's no shotgun. These traps I'm standing on here, they're real pains. It's gone. But how do I get in your shop? I want that stuff. No idea where the exit is. See, that trap, considerably less of a problem than the big boulder. Oh, that was well timed. Now it's just another one. Who isn't going to fall for the same thing? I don't know if you're over there, but I don't want to find out. Was over there too. Let's see. I want this, and I'll grab any one of these 3 shotguns lying around because they're quickly starting to multiply. Shotgun really makes a lot of the interactions with the lesser enemies a lot less of a problem, yeah, for the most part. But also if you get one the way that I did, then you've got the shopkeepers to worry about, and they're more than enough to make up for it. Got quite the aggro range on them. Compared to everything else, anyway. Those frogs explode. Oh, because I'm in a bad position. I almost died to that spike trap. Those spike traps do like 4 damage, which often is enough to kill you. Straight up. I would have survived 1 hit from them, but I probably would have been knocked down because it was just a little... It's in that little nook. I probably just would have gotten hit by it a second time. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Shotgun or no. Difficult to shoot a fish, hence the saying. Or something. That was a fluke that I didn't get hit then. I'm not caring, but I certainly could be being a lot more careful than I am being. This is a problem. I could make a break for that exit, and I might get shot or punched. Either's bad. I do have a lot of bombs. This is... How am I supposed to aim this? Now, that might be enough for me to make a break for it. Also, if you take too long in a level, a ghost shows up that you can't kill and just basically slowly pursues you through a level. Basically dissuades just exploring forever. Oh, you're over there. Let's go to the gist of the altar. Fun fact, that can happen to you if you land on the altar. Unconscious. See, this shopkeeper didn't have a good time with it. Yeah. I mean, you can just evade the ghost and keep hanging around a level if you're so inclined. It's not too hard, because they move fairly slowly. But more than anything, you just need a path to get around, because they're quite big. In fact, I can show it off, because this crystal skull up here summons one also. And what I said about having a clear path, I didn't really arrange before I did that, so now I'll just have to deal with this. I just need it out of the way enough that I can get around it. Oh, I did not do well at that. This is very bad. Whoops. Well, that's spelunky. That didn't end in quite the way I was hoping it would. Remember what I said about the ghost being quite slow and easy to avoid? Really made that clear, didn't I? Also, I totally haven't been updating what game I've been playing throughout this time. They're just a generic, like, general, or why can't I just have blank game? Or can I just do that? Does that do anything? I don't know. Who cares? I've still got time if I wanted to load something else up. You know, I don't know. I think it always clicks on as something. But maybe I should try that. Just scrolling poorly. That sounds about right. What if I play Some Cooks Serve Delicious too? I don't know that this shows very well on a stream, but this is a game that I absolutely wouldn't recommend to anyone. But I kind of just load up every now and then because it's hectic, but it's also quite zen in a way. At least I find it. Most of what I do is probably going to be too damn fast to see what I'm doing anyway, but I guess I could always pick a lighter level. Which restaurant should I go to? I'm easy, I can go to any of these. Call one out. What do you feel like? High, right? Okay. I'll just load up one of the later ones. Get the gist of what's going on, but not too later because I want some time. Breathe. How about that? So basically the idea is you've just got to do the things without fucking up. Like, to start off you've got to prep something. How about I prep these cannolis? I've got to put 4 cannolis in. C, 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 C. All the instructions are up there in the top right. And then D to dunk them in the oil. Put some cookies in. Dark chocolate. D. When you're prepping things before someone orders it, it's not really a problem if you mess up, other than wasted time. But yeah, I'm gonna ditch the going slow for clarity's sake. And after you've done this for a while, you just know what the letters are. Most of them make sense because it's just alphabetical. Like crust is C, apple is A. Go over a few pages and lattice is L. Know what I mean about this not showing very well in a stream? Because you can't see what I'm doing until I'm already doing it. Cannoli, pink, orange, caramel, sugar. Every now and then you have to do chores, and if you leave them too long, then that's bad. Anyway, I'm just gonna go. What I'm doing will either be apparent or it won't. They really should. Sprinkles. Well, I fucked that up. Under normal circumstances, I would immediately restart because it's one of those games and I have a problem. But occasionally I've described this as more of a typing game because you're just mashing out buttons. I really think that keyboard is the way to play this because it's also difficult to talk while I'm doing this. Worth noting. I gave them pistachios instead of peppermint. I'm sorry. Get some more cookies. Oh, I'm fucking up a lot for me. Once you get like, you can really burn through things, and it feels real good once you know where everything is. I'll load up a different one, just a fast one. Like say this one at the very end of the subway XP. MERS. LARTU. I don't even know what some of these letters are. You just get used to the form. Salami, provolone, olives. Thingy, 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 thingy. And these later ones, you kind of need to go at this pace. Because otherwise you just get overwhelmed. Absolutely cannot see what's going on in the chat. It's too much going on. I don't know, the aesthetic of this game is strange. Yeah, no, I imagine it would be. God, I gotta keep these sides up. If you don't have sides, then people are much less patient and you've got far less time to do the orders. So you have to keep those up, otherwise it will be bad. It's gonna be bad anyway, because there's so much shit here. Okay, I'm doing this faster than I could say them out loud. Wait. Oop. God, stuff's starting to go already. There's a reason why I haven't gotten a gold on this one yet. This really is a difficult one. Oh god, I'm out of sides. Oh god, I messed up. Fuck that one up. Oh well. There's so much going. That's why you've got to keep your sides up, otherwise you'd lose. I'm not gonna do any more of this. Yep, that's why under normal circumstances I wouldn't stream this, but I just had some time to kill. So here we are. I'm just gonna alt F4 right out of it, like I normally do. And I think that's gonna do it for tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to stream any other day this week. If I do, I will. If I don't, well, you won't know about it. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I had fun. Some weird games. I play a lot of weird games. Bye, everyone.